Welcome back to Wealthy Mentor Trading, everyone. Today is March the 6th, 2022, and today I'm going to be looking at the S&P 500 and where we left off on Friday and what my views are going into next week. We do have the tensions going on with Russia and Ukraine continuing, and that is affecting futures at the moment. We are trending lower, so I'm going to give you my targets going into next week. I'm also going to be taking a look at 4 energy stocks that I'm bullish on this week alone. The reason for this is because there is one sector that is thriving off these tensions, and it is the energy sector, right? So these 4 stocks are all at all-time highs or approaching all-time highs, and I'm pretty bullish on them. So I'm going to discuss those moving forward. But before we get started, guys, if you are interested in trading with us on Discord at Wealthy Mentor Trading, we do have a $99 promo that entails 2 months of day trading targets that are updated every day, along with swing trading targets, analyst upgrades, downgrades, market analysis, and options callouts. As you guys have been following me on Instagram, I do, post consistently there, showing you guys what the group entails. So if you are interested in trading with us, hit the link in the description, and that should get you sorted out. As I mentioned, I do have the S&P 500 chart here, and you guys can see we are on a downtrend, creating basically a staircase pattern down, right? 4,800 top, 4,600 the next one, and most recently last week where we had a hard time breaking above 4,400. We did have a slew of economical news. Some of them performed really well, right? The job numbers were pretty good on Friday. Unfortunately, with the tension and the fear going on the market overseas, the stock market didn't really move higher, right? The S&P 500 was rejected at that 4375 to 4400 line. So that is the elephant in the room. Multiple rejections here on the daily time frame. To me, that led all pretty much to tell me that it is a bearish market, and we're still trending around that $4,300 line. It has gained some sort of support, right? A base, but right now, as I'm looking at the futures chart, we are trending lower. We're almost down 2% on the S&P 500 futures, and I'm going to be looking down towards the targets at 4260, 4235 as clear support. We also had this big candlestick right here, which did represent buyers stepping in. However, we did hit that 4115 area, right? So to me, with this whole pattern of the staircase going down, I am looking at this area once more to get hit, and I'm going to see how buyers, react, right? Are they going to step in again and create this nice bounce move for a nice percentage move, or are we going to hit this and go lower? Now, if we can't hold 4165, 4115 and 4056 are clear bearish targets and areas of support. Now, if we do break that, we're pretty much testing the breakout point, right, from last year at that 3985 area. So that is my last key, line in the sand. I don't want to go below that, but I'm also going to be looking at the RSI, right? The weekly RSI hasn't been oversold since the COVID drop. So that is also another key indicator that you should be watching on the S&P 500, right? We don't get oversold on the weekly very often. And the last time it was during the whole COVID thing, right? And we are getting closer to that as well. So keep your eyes on that. Now, to the upside, let's just say everything gets resolved, right? The war is at a standstill and no longer happening. Everyone calls the truce. What am I looking at? 4,400 is that line in the sand for me right now, right? I do want to see 4450 break, but right now I'm going to settle for 4,400. If we get above that and we do have bullish volume, I'm going to be looking at that 4450 to create that trend change. Unfortunately, right now I don't see that happening, so I'm going to be continuing to look at that $4,300 line as that base support. And if we go below that, as I mentioned, 4,200 and 4,115 are those big numbers that you want to see a bounce at if we do get one, right? Now, usually when you want to trade, you're going to be looking at the tech sector, you're going to be looking at the semiconductor sector, the financial sector, where all those sectors right now are in a downfall, right? So to me, I had 4 energy stocks that are important to me. They all are trading under the XLE ticker, right? If you are looking at the market sectors, XLE is the energy sector, and the energy sector has been thriving, right? And that leads me to my 4 stocks that I'm going to be looking at, and the first one being Oxy. And Oxy has a great week, right? I am going to switch over here to the weekly time frame because it did move up 45%, which was pretty amazing, right? And all of this was due to the whole Russia and Ukraine fiasco that's going on. Also, another notable standpoint is from a fundamental standpoint, Carl Icahn, if you guys don't know who he is, he's a big whale. Um, Sold a major position, right? He sold 26 million shares from February the 28th all the way to March the 2nd, 2022. And normally, when someone like that sells a large amount of shares, you're going to see the price reflect, right? And go lower. Unfortunately, with Oxy, it has just even gone even higher. And that is because of the fears and, the oil prices and the gas station, you're filling up your tank that normally would cost you 40 to 50 bucks, and now you're almost paying $100. It's through the roof, and stocks like Oxy have thrived off that, right? We did hit targets last week, 48 and 54 swiftly, so wealthy mentor trading members did succeed on those trades. If they did catch those trades, good for them. It is one of those stocks that we do trade, right? So going into next week, I do have that $61 bullish target and also $69, which is at all-time highs and testing back on April 2019. So it's been a long time for a name like this to test these areas. So a guy like Carl Icahn, he knows that the only reason why Oxy's up at these levels is because, the tension, right? So he's cashing out, and none of that really matters because the price is continuing to go higher. So as I always tell people, I always tell members, the trend is your friend. And right now you don't want to move, you don't want to step into a moving train, right? 45% of the week, huge candlestick right here, right? All green, not even a shadow, basically representing bulls, close at the very high and saying that they're bullish, right? So 61 and $69 are a key area for me to look at for continued move higher. Okay. And another name to me that was important is CVX. And that is Chevron. Chevron, another name that is succeeding off this tensions, right? We are at all-time highs at that $160 level. And, it gained 14% on the week, creating those all-time highs. Traders also appear to be very bullish, buying up the March 18th calls, expecting a move all the way to 170, which leads me to my first target, right? If you are an options trader and you see what the other traders are looking at, right, you're definitely going to make that as your target, right? So 170 moving forward next week is my target number one, and 180 with an overshoot, right? Stocks do tend to move in round numbers, and with the escalating tension going on, this can potentially move even higher, right? We did have a 14% week, and I expect this to move even higher as right now futures looks terrible, and it only means that the energy sector is going to succeed during all this, right? So we do have all-time highs that is being created right now. Analysts do have targets of 170 plus, so that is also bullish. So keep your eyes on this name moving forward, especially with all the other sectors in the mud at the moment. Okay. Another name that I wanted to take a look at is MPC. MPC is Marathon, and many of you guys might have this in your portfolio trading it. It does offer a nice dividend, and I am going to switch over here to the monthly time frame to give you guys an outlook, right? We do have all-time highs at 88.45. To me, I'm going to be looking at that $82 level going forward. As you guys can see here, it is clear resistance. 88.50 is that all-time highs. And, we're testing those highs back on 2018, right? So it's been a long time for this name as well. Fundamentally, Marathon recently announced a new buyback, $5 billion worth program. So that has caused analysts to upgrade the stock to a $93 price point, right? So going into next week, I am looking for entries above $82. And my first take profit is that 88.50 area, right? So I want that take profit at the all-time highs. And if we do move higher, I am in unison with the analyst upgrade here at that $93. So that is my second take profit target. And my third one is that round number of $100 psychological. So those are my three targets on Marathon going forward. Again, one of those stocks that has thrived during these times and hasn't seen these highs ever since 2018. So, again, trend is your friend. Don't step into a moving train. Continue looking ahead above $82. Now, if we do receive a pullback, $71 and $65 are key support areas. As you guys can see here, this is the monthly chart. So these areas have been respected on the larger time frame, so expect that to hold on a downtrend, right? Another name, the fourth name is COP, another energy stock succeeding, and it is ConocoPhillips, right? I am going to switch over here to the hourly time frame to give you guys an outlook. And, Conoco is another big name pushing all-time highs. It was up 11% on the week, and fundamentals show that ConocoPhillips is generating enough cash flow this year to eliminate its $13 billion debt by the end of the year. And mostly, as you guys can see, the chart is bullish. And Bank of America has also came out and upgraded their stock price to $100. And that's where we're at right now, right? I am looking above that 101 area, which is all-time highs. We did close like that on Friday. So above 101, I'm looking for a continued move higher to 105 as my first take profit target, and that psychological take profit target at that 110 area. Now to the downside, if we do receive a pullback, that $96 area is key support for me. As you guys can see here, we did have a strong candle here on the hourly. Bulls stepped in, protect that line, and we're off to the races again. So $96 is an area for me for key support, and also $92, which was the breakout point, as you guys can see here. Multiple rejections right at resistance, finally broke resistance with strong volume. So 92 and 96 are key areas if we do receive a pullback, and your entry point would be that all-time highs 101. It is in price discovery. 105 and 110 are nice round numbers to look at moving forward, right? So guys, those are four stocks, all energy sector related. COP, as you guys see right here, moved up 11%. Marathon, MPC, another strong week. It's testing 2018 highs. CVX, Chevron, moved up 14%. Options traders are bullish. They're looking at that $170 March 18 calls, so keep that on your list. Oxy gaining 45% on the week. Wealthy Mentor Trading members caught my trades on that one, and they're pretty fruitful, right? 45% is a big number, guys. All right, those are four stocks to take a look at going into next week during these turbulent times. Guys, do not force any trades. Let the trades come to you, right? If you are trading in the energy sector, be patient. Wait for the targets to come to you. Let it test support, see how it acts against support, and then enter. If you are trading the tech sector, do not stay bullish, right? If the stock is bearish, buy puts. If the stock is bullish and breaks certain areas, stay patient, see what the other sectors are doing, and then enter, right? During these times, you're going to have wild swings, and as a trader, you're supposed to adjust from bearish to bullish pretty fast, right? And you're supposed to analyze information. And at the moment right now, all the headlines are leading to bearish. So understand that and make sure that's in the back of your mind every single time you're taking a trade to the upside. At best, make these trades to the upside a scalp, right? That's what I always tell trading members. Keep them short and simple, and understand that the overall trend is going lower on the S&P 500, and that should be your compass, your overall compass if you are trading at all. All right. Thank you so much for joining. Tune into next week for another market stream. See you guys. Bye.